Hi, I'm Nick Shell with Family Friendly Daddy Blog. If I made an unboxing video of the CleanView Bissell, would you watch it? Let's find out. I've got a knife and I'm gonna unbox this thing. Now we actually just bought this. We've had the same other Bissell vacuum cleaner for nearly 8 years, and we bought this new one for $75 at Target. So let's unbox this thing. This is actually happening, this is real. I didn't secretly open it first before I made the video to find out what's inside. I'm as uneducated and unenlightened as you are right now. Here we go. If I were to open this box, I've got my knife here. I've got some tape on the sides there. That one's done. This one's done. I'm gonna get this one down the middle. Now, as I'm unboxing it, some things I'm reading. It says features: multi-cyclonic suction system, turbo brush tool, 6-inch stretch hose and tools, washable filter, easy empty dirt tank, and 2-year limited warranty. Some other things we see here: OnePass, powerful cleaning on the initial pass, powerful with the lightweight design, easy to push and carry, large dirt cup capacity, spend less time emptying. Immediately once you open it, you're gonna see some instructions here. And I really don't like following the instructions, but my wife is actually filming this, so maybe she can help me figure that out. Now that I've opened it up, I'm gonna safely put this knife away. Here's what we see. We see our user guide. We see, what is this, to register it? There you go. And then we start seeing some of the utensils in this little tray here. So it's time to start taking those out and piece this thing together. So, as far as when you pull out this tray, here's the first thing that you're gonna see. Here's part of the turbo brush. And I guess a clamp that holds it onto there. We've got a brush probably for the same thing. And then that. So there's that cardboard thing, put that in the recycling bin. Okay, next, when we see this box, here's something that came out. Let's see. I guess this is part of the handle. Here's the actual vacuum wants me to wait on it. Okay, so I've got part of the tube and the cord. It's a good thing I'm so strong. So basically you just need to wrestle the box. You have to be smarter than the box too. See, it's a good thing I didn't practice this, because the whole point of me doing this is to show you what it's really like to unbox this thing. So this is real. This is actually happening. Okay, very safely, I'm gonna kind of shimmy. Oh, there we go. I'm seeing some progress. Where you letting gravity take care of the job. There we go. Okay, now let's compliment Bissell because they do a great job packaging this thing. It was in there very securely. So now we can take off more recycling, egg crates or whatever they are. The box is empty, and now it's time to start putting this thing together. Now, I've been vacuuming with my other Bissell for nearly 8 years, so this should be pretty self-explanatory. So right off the bat, I'm seeing here's the cord, and obviously I said this is the handle. Now look at this. It comes with some pins right there. Guess we got to read the instructions. They look like nails and screws kind of mixed. So I guess we have to read the instruction manual. We'll figure out how to assemble it, and then real quick I'll show you how this thing works. Okay, so maybe about 5 minutes have passed. My wife and I figured this thing out. She figured all of it except for one part, and that one part is really hard, but we'll get to that. So first, the handle. Obviously this is facing this way, so you know at least that's gonna be not this way. So I thought it went right here. I was wrong. My wife figured out it goes right here. And remember those pins that we talked about that look like nails or pins, a little bit of both? Well, those go in right here, right beneath it. And I guess I'll have to get a screwdriver in a minute to tighten them up, but just to kind of show you how that works. Okay, next thing we can do, the big toothbrush goes right here. And it's gonna angle out like a roof. There you go, see that? See that angle? That's how you want it. Okay, next is this little robot foot. Here's where it's gonna go. Right underneath the toothbrush. You're gonna have to wiggle it in here. Basically, I think that's right, isn't it? Okay, there we go. So that was actually pretty easy. Now as far as this ring pop without the candy on it, this was the most difficult part of the puzzle, because it's a little bit tricky because look at here. See how this is kind of at like 1 o'clock? It's not, it's crooked. You think that doesn't make any sense. The mistake we made at first is we matched up the grooves and we turned it counterclockwise. Thinking, how's it supposed to be straight? Well, when you look very close, and you won't be able to see this with a camera, there's an arrow pointing this way. So when you turn it clockwise, it clicks into place, and now it's upright the way it needs to be. Okay, so as far as what this is actually for, it's for your extension rod or whatever you want to call it. And then that snaps into place right there. Then we've got our turbo brush right there like that. Okay, so as for Snuffleupagus' nose, I know this whole time I've been talking I already had it in place, but to demonstrate where it goes. So we've got the long end and the short end. The short end is going to go right here up top, and it's going to snap into place like that. And then just put it over the holder right there, and then as you can see, it's going to snap into place down here. There you go. So we've now amazingly assembled this thing without even reading the instructions. But you have to have a wife there with you to help you figure that out. Okay, so notice we've got this all taken care of. And remember, this isn't rehearsed. Can you tell? So what's going to happen is we're going to try this thing out. This is our first time to try out this vacuum. What could possibly go wrong? So I'm getting the twisted tie off of that. Okay. Now plugging in the vacuum. So we're going to try this out. Now we had a Bissell before, so I imagine I know what I'm doing. So here we go. You know what to do. There we go. I know our old one has this setting where you can decide how high the carpet is. So if we do it all the way over here, that's high carpet, like our big rug over there in the kitchen, or bare floor right there. So I usually just keep it on number 3 in the middle if I'm vacuuming carpet. Okay, so now that we got that figured out what setting we want it on, and we've got it unlocked, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn it on. As far as turning it on, it's this red button on the side. Now the other vacuum I'm used to having right here, that's fine. This is probably better, it's less confusing. But as far as turning it on, you don't want to be like Zoolander and Hansel in the first Zoolander movie when they try to turn on the Macintosh computer. It's actually very inconspicuous, but here's how you turn it on. Let's do it. Okay, now, wow, are you seeing that? Look how big that fuzzball is. Weird. That's a lot. We needed to replace our old one a long time ago, didn't we? I know as men we are known for not talking about how we feel and our emotions, but I'm going to talk about my feelings and my emotions. As I was doing that just now, it felt so smooth. It felt almost like aquatic how smart this thing was going. I didn't really even feel like I was having to just hacksaw the thing. It just flows. This feels good. And like the handle too. This is a good handle. I'm liking this thing. Wow. You know what's funny, because you know the stereotypes you see on sitcoms is that the husband will buy the wife a new vacuum for the anniversary or the birthday or whatever. And then that's when things go south. But meanwhile, the husband, actually, if you've noticed this in the 80s sitcoms, the husband is actually happy to get a new lawnmower or a saw, whatever it is. That makes him happy when he gets those as gifts. So this is an interesting thing because every Sunday, I do all the vacuuming on Sunday. So I'm happy about this. This is a good thing. And we only paid $75 for this at Target this week. I mean, I feel a very good deal. I feel we paid more for the last one 8 years ago. But this seems to be a really good situation. Now, we just got it. This is the first time I've turned it on, so I can't tell you, how it holds up. But I'm happy about this purchase. That's a really good situation. Now, we're already familiar with this from the last one. Obviously, this is the year 2016, so the day of having those bags, those are gone. You just, it all goes in here. There's a filter here that you kind of rinse out and wash out or replace when you need to. Now, as far as when it comes time to empty this out, and it's pretty obvious when it's time to empty it because it will be at the top and you can see that. But right here, look at that. It just comes undone. And then from here it says push for filter. So then you'd push that and the lid comes off and you're able to take the filter out. I've just vacuumed the whole entire house simply one time And this is what showed up in there. I can't believe that. I mean, we've been vacuuming every week. And granted, our last Bissell was 8 years old. But still, can you imagine that though? To have vacuumed every week, and that is what shows up after, I mean, I just vacuumed a week ago. Look at that. So I'm about to go empty that out. It's funny because it says the full line in one view, or one vacuum right there. I'm already past capacity. So imagine that. It obviously is effective, and I really enjoyed using it. I'm going to show you how to actually remove to empty this. So look at that. I'm just pressing that. The whole thing comes undone there. Now obviously I just emptied it out. So when you press this button, it does like that. Let me demonstrate it again. When you press this button with your thumb, this comes out, and then you empty that directly into the garbage can outside. Now to put this back in, fortunately, it just snaps right in, and I'm done. Okay, so with zero experience on this particular vacuum, I feel I've done a pretty good job of explaining what to do with this vacuum. I mean, right? Wouldn't you have to agree this is a pretty decent video for a guy who doesn't know what he's doing on this vacuum? I'm Nick Shell. Where else could you go and get this good of an unboxing video and setup video? I mean, where else could you go? There's no other video on the internet this good for this vacuum. You know that's true. I'm Nick Shell. Thanks for watching.